playoff games as the Fort Morgan Mustangs host the Air Academy cadets from the Springs. Good evening, everyone. Brian Nickel along with Corey Riddle here tonight at Fort Morgan as we get set here. They're introducing the non-starters now for the Air Academy cadets. Corey, looks like this should be a pretty good game. Both of them average about the same amount of points. Fort Morgan gives up not quite as many points as Air Academy does.
Yep, we were talking about that earlier. We got the home field advantage here, or home court advantage. You want to call it that? We'll see how it goes tonight, but I'm hoping that the Mustangs can pull out a win here tonight.
Yeah. If they win this, then they'll go to Falcon on Saturday and play them. They don't have a time for determined on that, but they'll go play Falcon, another team out of the Pikes Peak League, the same league that the Air Academy is out of. So we will give you the starting lineups here, and that is brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. Looking to find insurance for your car, home, or even for you? Call Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance with 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. They can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or provide a quote. Now the starters for the Air Academy Ball Club is a senior Brock Bendrick, senior Justin Lunt, senior Joshua Biddle, junior Grant Shandy, and senior Ryan Self.
Number 15, senior Nico.
And the starters tonight for your Fort Morgan Mustangs is senior Grayson Garber, senior Trey McBride, senior Luis Garcia,
Ryan Self,
junior Isaac Winker,
assisted by Sean,
and sophomore Caden Edson. So as we said, the Mustangs come into this game. They're 12-11 overall. Air Academy 10-13 overall. Fort Morgan averages 54 points a game. They give up 49 points a game. Air Academy scores 56.7 points a game, but they give up almost 60 points a game. The Mustangs come in on a 4-game winning streak. The Mustangs' last loss came on the 3rd of February, and that was to Ponderosa, 67-60 loss. Air Academy comes in, they won their last game of the year. They beat Cheyenne Mountain 56-46. But before that, they had a 4-game losing streak. I believe all 2 teams within their league. One thing the Mustangs will need to do tonight, keep their turnovers down. Last year they won their first game here, and that was against Skyline. They had 9 turnovers in that game.
That's good there.
But then their next game, they had to go to Evergreen. They had 18 turnovers in that game. Ended up getting beat by 6.
You definitely got to watch their turnovers. I know the last game that they played, they did fairly well on their turnovers. They just couldn't hardly buy a shot for some of those. So we're going to see how they do tonight. Pretty good turnout from both the student section and good turnout from Air Academy's parents.
Yep. So let's see who we got. Trey McBride jumping for the Mustangs, and it looks like Ryan Self will be jumping for Air Academy. So we'll see what happens here as we get this state tournament game underway. To Luis Garcia, up and good at the bucket as Luis Garcia off the tip. McBride won the tip to Linker to Garcia for the 2-point lead. And now a 3 up and good by Bendrick. Garber with the ball. Now he's going to hit that 2-handed slam by McBride. Nice job there by Garber to find McBride going to the basket. A 3 from the right corner, up and good, and that is going to be by Shandy. So back-to-back threes as Air Academy puts on a full-court press. Garcia now not quite across the timeline. Back to Garber as he brings it up to get the offense set up for the Mustangs. It's 6-4 Cadets as we play here early in this first-round game of the 4A playoffs. Garcia over in the right corner, pulls it back out. It's going to be taken away, though, by Lunt. tipped away. Now a three from the right side is going to be up and off the backboard and no good. Rebounded by Garver. Garver gets it up across the timeline. Going to pull it up, get it to Linker. Linker's going to drive it all the way down, and Linker was fouled on the drive. Looks like if you'll see, he will get to shoot. So Isaac Linker to the free throw line. The first Fort Morgan Mustang basket of the game is brought to you by Cargill Meat Solutions. First free throw, no good. Cargill is committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by reducing environmental impact and continuously improving products and processes. Learn about Cargill's story of commitment at www.cargill.com. Second free throw up and good for Linker. 5-6. Mustangs down by 1. Drive it all the way down. That shot is going to be up and good and fouled underneath. And that is going to be on Garver. And the bucket up and good by Lunt. So he will go to the line to shoot 1. Lunt with the free throw, and that is up and good for the 9-5 lead. Garver now to Linker. Linker to Edson. Edson to Garcia. It's over the head of McBride, not out of bounds. So a turnover here by the
Mustangs. So it's two turnovers for the Mustangs right now.
So Lunt brings the ball up, gets his offense set. Going to be to Self. He kicks it back out now on the high right wing. Self gets it back over on the left wing. He's going to kick it out front to Lunt, over on the far side to Self. And now a three is going to be off the rim and no good. Tipped around and finally taken away by McBride. Has it tipped but does control it. Finally gets it to Linker. Now to Caden Edson on the far side. He rolls up to the top, keeps the dribble alive. Linker on the high left wing. Now to Garcia over in the left corner. Back up to Linker out high. Back to Garcia as they're going to try to get it underneath to McBride, and they do. He goes up for the shot. He is going to be fouled. So McBride will go to the line to shoot 2. And that foul is going to be on Biddle. His first, team second. McBride up and good with his first free throw. 3 points on the night for the senior. Yes, he dribbles the ball at the free throw line. Next free throw off the front of the rim and no good. Now a jump is going to be called, so that will be to the Cadets. Off the front of the rim was that last free throw attempt. 9-6. Cadets as Garver picks up the defense in the back court. Now is one. They're going to have a foul called out front. If that's on Garver, that'll be his second. No, it will be on Garcia, his first, team second. So the Cadets the inbound in front of the Mustang bench, get the ball into the back court to Lunt. Over into the corner now, back to the middle, and that shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by McBride. Gets it back to Linker. Linker gets it up to Garcia to get it into the front court. Now over to Edson on the high right wing to Linker over in the left corner. Back to Edson, keeps that dribble alive. Garver to Garcia in the right corner, back out to Garver, back to Linker. Linker's pass is going to be tipped out of bounds by Biddle. So the Mustangs to inbounds just in front of the student section on the west side of the gym. Braden McAllister getting ready to come in as well as Jacob Ortega. Underneath to Linker up, and the shot is no good, but he was fouled on the shot. And I believe that was 25 again. That's 2 on Shandy. So Linker back to the line to shoot 2. He's 1 of 1. 9-6 Cadets. That's in and out and in. Two points on the night for Isaac Linker. 4:32 left here, first quarter, and that free throw in and out, rebounded by McBride. Nice job by McBride to get that rebound. And then a turnover underneath. They're going to have a turnover on Shandy as he's called for the travel. McAllister comes in for Linker. And Ortega comes in for Edson. Mustangs in the backcourt being pressured by the Cadets. They get it up to Ortega as he gets it up into the front court. Drives it down to the right wing. Pulls it back out to Garver. Garver keeps the dribble alive out front. Garcia in the right corner. Up and good for the three. Luis Garcia puts the Mustangs up 10-9 with 3:52 left here, first quarter. One dribbles over to the right side. Going to kick it over here into the corner to Bendrick. And that is up and no good. Rebounded by McAllister. He gets it off to Garver. Garver now dribbles it clear down to the free throw line. Kicks it out now down to McBride. Then he handed off to Garcia. And then Garcia stepped on the end line. So turnover Mustangs. As the Cadets now get the ball into the hands of Louthan as he has come in. Luke Louthan. Thaddeus Doing at the bucket, up and good for Doing. So they're up now 11-10. McBride with the ball on the right wing, going to get it out to Garver. He's going to hand off to Ortega out high as they get their offense set up. Coach Ty Trahern tries to get his instructions down to McBride. He goes up with the bucket. Bannered around there a little bit, but he finally did get it up and in. 12-11 Mustangs. And kick it off into the corner to Bendrick. Now out front to Doing. Doing over on the far side to Louthan. Up top to Lunt. Louthan drives it down. Now kicked it out to Doing. Now it's going to be a three. It's going to be off the rim and no good by Bendrick. Rebounded by Garcia. Oh, no, a nice save. Almost a save, but a turnover. Not a good pass by Garcia. He tried to hit Ortega going to the bucket, but just too hard of a pass. Isaac Linker back into the game for the Mustangs. Calvin Yoakum into the game for Joshua Biddle. 12-11, 2:05 left here, first quarter.
Not seeing much of a press here by the Mustangs so far.
No, not yet. They may bring that up later when they need it. Now there's going to be another foul. That'll be on Garcia. That will be his second.
Save their energy.
So Caden Edson into the ball game for Garcia. Kick it out to Yoakum. Yoakum's going to drive it down. Now he's going to kick it out to Doing. Doing drives it into the lane. Shot is going to be up and good on the reverse layup by Doing. 13-12 Cadets. Full court press once again by the... now a foul here on this near side, and that will be on Doing. His first, team fourth. So Fort Morgan to inbounds in front of the Cadet bench. Ortega set to fire it in. Get it into Edson in the right corner. Now underneath to McAllister, but he was fouled. And that will be on Yoakum. His first, team fifth. Fort Morgan to inbound just right of their basket, baseline. Over into the corner to Ortega. His three is off the rim and no good. Rebounded to not good by McAllister. Shot is still up and no good. About 3 or 4 times here. Now they're going to kick it back out to Garver. And Garver's three was blocked. They had a number of chances there underneath, but couldn't get it to go between McAllister and Linker. They just couldn't get it to fall. Now to McAllister in the left corner, out to Edson. Edson picks up his dribble. Now Garver going to drive it down into the lane. Little jumper is up and no good. Rebounded by Lunt. As they look to run, Lunt drives it down the lane. Oh, nice steal by Garver. Took it right out of his hands. Garver's going to take it down all the way to the left side. Now underneath to McAllister. Layup up and good by Braden McAllister. Puts the Mustangs back on top 14-13. Under a minute left here in this opening period. Now a foul out front. We'll see who that's going to go on the Mustangs. And that will be on Jacob Ortega. So Ryan Self back into the game. Calvin Yoakum takes a seat. Inbounds on the far side. Now out front to Bendrick. Up top to Doing as he dribbles all the way down the lane. Up and good by Doing. 7 points on the night by Doing. And the number 50 in here, I believe that is Marquez. I think that's David Sariana is 50. David Sariana is 50. He keeps the ball alive over to Edson in the left corner. Underneath to McAllister. Now out to Ortega. Over to Sariana. His three up and off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded to Louthan. And that is the end of the quarter with the Cadets leading by 1. 15-14 here after 1 on B106 and B106.com. Back here at Fort Morgan High School, the Mustangs find themselves down 15-14 as we start this second period of play. Mustangs get it into Sariana. He gets it into the front court. Sariana keeps the ball alive to Edson. Back to Sariana, and it goes through his hands and out of bounds. An unforced turnover there by the Mustangs. It's something they just cannot be doing.
6 turnovers for the night for the Mustangs, 3 for the Cadets.
Over here on this left side, they're going to drive it into the middle. Now they're going to kick it out to Bendrick. He's going to drive it. Hands it off now into the corner to Biddle. Biddle now back out to Bendrick. Bendrick's going to drive that left side, and he is going to be stuffed by McBride. McBride will get a rebound. McBride keeps that dribble alive, gets it off now to Edson. Edson hands it off to Sariana. Back to Edson, back to Garver for a three from the left corner, up and no good. And rebounded, well, that's the stupid foul on Garver on the reach. That will be his second. So Garver and Garcia both with 2. Jacob Ortega into the game now for Garver. That's bringing it up into the front court with Lunt. Keeps the dribble alive over on that high right wing. Now out front to Louthan. Louthan to Bendrick. Now in the corner for a three. Up and no good by Biddle. Rebounded by Edson. Sariana to McBride. McBride with a little hesitation. Now he's going to kick it out to Sariana, to Ortega, to Linker. Now underneath to McBride. McBride, little layup up and good by Trey McBride.
Nice fake there.
Yep. Little head fake. Now drives underneath. Going to kick it back out now to Louthan. And that shot is going to be up and good by Louthan. His first bucket of the night. Linker to Ortega. McBride, now they're going to have a hand check out here on the outside. And that will be on Louthan, his first, team 6th. So he won't shoot until the next foul. So Ortega to inbound right baseline of the Mustang basket. Underneath to Linker. His shot up and good, and he is fouled. And Linker right at the bucket. And that is going to go on Louthan.
What's Linker shooting at for the year?
Oh, Linker from the free throw line this year is 38%. He's 11 of 29.
That makes or breaks games.
Yeah. So he is 2 of 2 early on. That one's off the back of the rim and no good. Rebounded by Linker though. Up and in by Linker. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in. 20-17. Into the lane. Oh, nice block by. Oh, they're going to call a foul underneath. It wasn't on McBride. I think they called it on Linker after the shot. How are they going to give him 2 shots? So I didn't think he was fouled on the shot. That's crazy. But that will go on Linker, his first. And that will send Dewing to the line to shoot 2. Up, bounced up and in. So Dewing on the year shooting 51%. Next free throw is up and good for Dewing. Edson back to Sariana, now to Linker. Now to Edson. Edson's going to stop and pop for a 3 off the back of the rim and no good. Oh, it's going to be foul on Ortega. Yes, he ran into Bendrick.
I don't know if there's much stopping that one there.
So that will be the 7th team foul on the Mustangs. So that will send Bendrick to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Bendrick shooting 49%. Mustangs up 20-19. That free throw is up and good, so he will earn another. Bendrick with the shot, up and no good. Rebounded by McBride. Gets it off to Sariana. Now over to Linker. So he's going to give it back to Sariana up into the front court. Now to Ortega, but a bad pass at the feet of McBride. So turnover by the Mustangs. Give it back to the Cadets. 20 up here, 5:25 left, second quarter. They'll kick it back out high to Bendrick. Bendrick keeping the dribble alive over on the far side to Lunt. Back up to Bendrick out top. Now a 3 is going to be taken. That is up and good by Lunt. 23-20 Air Academy. Mustangs with the ball up into the front court, get their offense set up. Another 3 by Edson, in and out, rebounded by Linker. Underneath to McBride. McBride's shot is up and good. Up top now to Bendrick, back out to Dewing. Dewing over to Bendrick, out on the high right wing. Keeps his dribble alive, he's going to back out. Now he's going to stop and pop for a 3, and that's off the back of the rim and no good. It's going to be tipped out to Dewing. Now a 3 from the left side, up and good by Lunt. Back-to-back 3s. As Fort Morgan will call a timeout, so we'll just keep it right here. It's just going to be a 30-second timeout. That timeout is brought to you by Ehrlich Toyota East. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East in Fort Morgan will fit you into the car or truck of your choice. Serving all of Northeast Colorado, Ehrlich Toyota East.
So far for the night, Mustangs have 8 turnovers, and the Cadets have 3. And we were talking about that at the beginning of the game. They have 9 turnovers out one game that they won. 18. They lost that game, and they're at 8 right now. They gotta start watching that because that'll make or break games here.
Yeah, that's for sure, yeah. Every turnover you have is a lost possession, so. So 26-22 Cadets. Sariana gets it to Linker. Linker's going to drive it down now to McBride. Up and two-handed stuff by Clay McBride. 11 points on the night for McBride. 26-24. Up top now to Bendrick. Bendrick's going to drive down that right side all the way in. And offensive foul. Nice job by Isaac Linker to stand his ground.
Yep.
And that will be on Bendrick, his first. So Self comes out. Grant Shandy in for the Cadets as the Mustangs get the ball in. Now to Ortega, to Linker. Going to hand it back off to Ortega. Now to Sariana, to Linker. Underneath to McBride. Up and good at the bucket is McBride. They're finding Trey down in the blocks. Tied it up here at 26. Little hesitation now. Lunt from the corner up and no good. Rebounded by the Cadets. Get it into the hands of Shandy. Now back out front to Bendrick. To Doing. Now the three is going to be up and off the rim and no good by Shandy. Rebounded by Sariana. Sariana gets it back from Edson. Sariana's going to drive it down that left side. He's going to kick it out to Edson out high. Now to Ortega. Ortega with a little head fake now underneath to McBride, and he is going to be fouled. We'll see if it's going to be on the shot or that foul will go on Lunt, and McBride will shoot two. So see if we can make some points here from the free throw line. McBride on the year is 58%. That first free throw is in and out. About halfway down and kicked back out again. So all tied up here at 26 with 2:46 left here in this first half. That one rolls around and falls in for McBride. Puts the Mustangs up 27-26. Now for a three out top here is off the rim and no good. Rebounded by Linker. Pass down court to McBride. He's going to go up. Two-hand layup is going to be up and good from the left side by McBride.
Looked like he was going to try to stuff it again there.
Yeah, 16 points on the night for McBride. We're going to call a foul on Trey. Be his first.
Tried to get in there for the steal.
Team 8th. So at the line is Biddle. He will shoot a 1-and-1. Now a 30-second timeout will be taken by Air Academy. With the Mustangs up 3, they're on a 9-0 run. Cadets have gone up 26-20, now 29-26 with 2:18 left here first half.
So far for rebounds for the night, 4 for the Cadets and 13 for the Mustangs. Mustangs doing a good job with the rebounds, just those turnovers they got to watch.
Yeah, they got to slow down on the turnovers. You said they're what now? 9?
They're sitting at 8.
8. Okay. So at the free throw line is Joshua Biddle. First free throw is up and good by Biddle. So he earns a second. 60% free throw shooter. That one up and good also. His first 2 points of the night. Get the ball into the hands of Sariana. 2:15 to go here. As the Cadets have backed out of their full court press. Now Linker out on the high left wing. 2 minutes to go here. Linker picks up his dribble, gives it off to Ortega out on the left wing. Linker at the elbow on the right side is going to drive it down. Layup is up and no good, but he is fouled on the shot. And that will go on Shandy. That'll be 3 on Shandy. So Linker will go back to the line to shoot 2. Linker's first shot is off the front of the rim and no good.
Just short.
Buildings by Design has the experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building by starting your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. Next free throw is off the side of the rim and no good. Rebounded and off of the hands of McBride. So ball to the Cadets. Mustangs lead at 29-28, under 2 minutes here. 1:50 left in the first half of this first round 4A state tournament game. That shot is up and no good, rebounded by the Mustangs. Going to be taken by McBride as he drives it to the bucket, and he is going to be fouled on the drive. And that shot or foul is going to be on Bendrick. So McBride will shoot 2 as they have hit their limit, and that one is in and out. They've left a lot of points at the free throw line tonight. So McBride to shoot number 2, and that is in and nothing but net. Academy brings the ball up quickly. They get it into the front court to Dewing behind the back dribble, and now he's going to kick it out to Lunt. Now underneath, back out into the corner for a 3, and that is up air ball as it goes over the rim. Now they get the ball into the hands of Linker. Now a foul on Dewing as he knocks Edson down trying to go for the ball in the backcourt. So that will send Caden Edson to the line to shoot 2. Edson, no points yet tonight. And he shoots at 62% from the free throw line. Edson's first shot is up and in. Linker comes out. McAllister in for the Mustangs. 3-point lead here for the Mustangs, 31-28 with 1:15 to go here in the first half. And that free throw up and also good by Edson, his first 2 points of the night. As the Cadets drive it all the way down to the bucket, up and good by Bendrick. 2-point lead, 32-30 Mustangs. We're into the last minute of the game. And now a turnover by the Mustangs. Oh, nice job by Ortega to strip the ball from Bendrick as he was going to go up for the layup. The possession to the Cadets as they will inbound right baseline of their basket. And they do get it in to Yoakum in the corner, back out front to Lunt. Lunt with a head fake, and now a reach foul, and I believe that's going to be on Ortega. That will be 3 on Jacob Ortega. So Ortega with 3, Garcia with 2, Garver with 2. Now Devin Mussman will come in probably for Ortega here in this last 43.2 seconds. Devin Mussman, a junior. His first action of the evening, and that free throw up and good. He is 2 of 2 so far from the free throw line. 32-31, and that free throw up and also good. McAllister gets it to Edson. Now to Mussman out on the high left wing to McAllister. McAllister is going to be off of the Cadets and out of bounds on the far side on the baseline. So the Mustangs will inbounds left baseline of their basket. Edson to fire it in. Edson looks to get it in. They get it in to McBride. McBride being guarded out front. Kicks it off to Mussman on the right side. Back to McBride to Edson. Down to 20 seconds. 32-32. Back out to Devin Mussman. Mussman now to Sariana. Back to McAllister. Gets it to Edson with 8 seconds. Back to Mussman. Now to Edson with 5 seconds. Underneath to McAllister. Up and no good at the buzzer. So we played a half and haven't gained a thing. We're all tied up here at 32. So we will take a break and then be back with the halftime show here on B106 and B106.com. Brian Nickel and Corey Riddle back here at Fort Morgan High School as the Fort Morgan Mustangs and the Air Academy Cadets are battling here in this first half, 32-32. Second half will be coming up here momentarily. We would like to congratulate the girls basketball team as they won last night 43-35 over Longmont. So now they will travel to Colorado Springs on Friday and they will play Whitefield. Whitefield is a 15 seed, Fort Morgan an 18 seed. So actually fairly close in seeding. In this game, the Mustangs are a 29 seed. Air Academy is a 36 seed. The winner of this game will play Falcon, a number 4 seed. Also out of the 5A, 4A Pikes Peak League. So underway here as the Cadets with the ball. They get it into the hands of Bendrick. Now handed off to Lunt. Lunt out front. Looks like the Mustangs kind of a 3-2 zone and try and cover those three-point shooters. Bendrick out top, now over to Lunt. Back to Bendrick out on the high right wing to Lunt. Mustangs covering that a little bit underneath. Now a three from the left corner, up and no good. Rebounded though by Air Academy. Back up to Bendrick up front, over on the far side to Biddle, back up to Bendrick, excuse me. Then Biddle over on that left side, back up to Bendrick. They're going to kick it back out to Bendrick for a three, and that is up and good for Bendrick. We'll take a minute off the clock to start and get a three. They go up 35-32. Carver's going to drive it all the way down. His layup is going to be up and no good. Rebounded and put back in by McBride. And Air Academy hustles right back down the floor. Bendrick out front. Keeps that dribble alive. A 3-2 zone defense by the Mustangs. Bendrick for a three from the corner. Is up and no good. Rebounded by McBride as he takes off down court. Going to pull it back up and give it to Garver. Linker to Edson. Edson picks up his dribble to Garcia on the far high right wing. Now to McBride. Fake the three. Gives it off to Garver. Back out to Edson. Over to Garcia. Underneath to McBride. His little bunny up and no good. Rebounded by the Cadets. Over on the far side. Take that three by Bendrick. Up top now. And over on this near side now to Biddle. Back up to Bendrick. Over to Lunt. Back to Bendrick. 35-34 Cadets. Layup is going to be up and good by Bendrick. Kind of just drove it down the lane. Wiggled himself in there and put it up. Linker now to Edson on the left wing. Garcia at the free throw line. That little jumper off the rim and no good. And they say it's off of the Cadets and out of bounds. Mustangs down 3 as we play here with 5:21 to go in the third period. Garver looks to get it in. They do get it into Edson. Linker out at the top of the key. Now back to Linker, or to Edson. Now over to Garver for a 3, and that is up and off the rim and no good. Rebounded by McBride, and that is up and good by Trey McBride. The Mustangs close it to 1, 37-36. Just under 5 minutes to go here, third period. This first round of the 4A playoffs, and now an offensive foul is going to be called on the Cadets, and that will be on Dewing. That will be his third, as he put an elbow into Garcia, knocked him to the floor as he was driving to the basket. And now we'll see if Dewing comes out. Dewing will come out. Ryan Self into the game. The Cadets to put on a full court press here as they get the ball into Garver. Now they back off on the press to Edson. Back to Garver. That is not a good pass by Garver. And that is up and no good. I think you heard the footsteps of Garver on that one. So Garver made the mistake, but affected that shot on the layup. Garver out high now to Linker. Underneath to McBride. McBride's shot is going to be up and good, and he is fouled. And that foul is going to go on Lunt, his second. So McBride to the line to shoot 1. So they put a saddle on McBride tonight, going to ride him for this game. He is their offensive go-to guy tonight. 24 points on the night for McBride. Over into the corner now is Biddle. Out front now to Bendrick. Bendrick going to drive it down back to Biddle. Biddle's going to drive it down. His shot is going to be up and no good. Rebounded by Linker. Gets it into the hands of Garver. 39-37 Mustangs. Garcia for a 3, and that is up and good. Luis Garcia drills the 3. 42-37 Mustangs. The Cadets now get their offense set up here. They're going to kick it off into the corner to Self. Now out front to Bendrick. Bendrick's 3 is up and no good. Rebounded by McBride. Oh, not a good pass by McBride. Tries to get it down to Edson, and he was covered with 2. And now tipped back away by Garver into the hands of Garcia. Gets it into the hands of Edson, so back-to-back turnovers here. Into the hands of Garver. Garver from the left side, up and no good. He can't find it, but McBride with the bucket. There's a layup up and good by Trey McBride. 44-37. Now a timeout, a full timeout taken by the Cadets. So a nice job here in this second half to start out with as the Mustangs lead at 44-37 on the back of Trey McBride as we go to a break here on B106 and B106.com. 44-37 as we play with 2:57 left here in this third period. This was a 32-all game at halftime. Oh, nice tip, nice takeaway by the Mustangs on the inbounds. Garver tips it away into the hands now of Sariana. And now it's going to be taken back on the other side, and a foul is going to be called after Sariana loses it. I had him for only 1. Looks like McBride is out there. Sariana. So the Lunt up front, or Bendrick, excuse me, now to Biddle up front, and now over on this near side to Yoakum. As they pass around this rim, or the outer perimeter, and taken away by another turnover here. So Sariana to Linker, to Garver, a 3 from the left, and that is off the rim and no good. Rebounded and tipped it off of the hands of McBride, I believe, and out of bounds. So Sariana has come in for Edson. Out top is Lunt, being guarded by Garver. Nice job by Garver. And that ball is kicked by Linker and out of bounds. Dewing coming in for Self. As they will inbounds left baseline of their basket. 44-37, still 2:06 left, third period. As they look to get the ball in, they do get it into Biddle. Now out front to Yoakum. Back to Biddle. Up top now to Bendrick, to Lunt as they pass it around the perimeter here. They're looking for the layup, and that is up and good by Yoakum, his first bucket of the night. So Garver's picked up as he dribbles it down into the front court. Gets it back out to Linker, over to Sariana. 44-39, minute 34. Garcia underneath to McBride. A one-handed stuff by Trey McBride as he was all alone under the basket. Now a three is going to be up and no good as Garver's going to take it down. Wait a minute. Oh, nice job by Grayson Garver. As he just slid by that defender. 9-point lead now for the Mustangs. 48-39 as we're down to a minute. Another turnover.
Nice.
Poke away by the Mustangs. Luis Garcia going to drive it down. Up and no good. And Garver couldn't quite come down with it. The Cadets hustled the ball down with Bendrick. Now over into the corner. Now up, going to be stolen by Garver. He's going to go up for the one-handed layup. Up and good by Grayson Garver as the Mustangs have opened it up here. An 11-point lead with 40 seconds left here in the third period. So Dewing's going to drive it down, and it's going to be taken away by Linker. So the Mustang defense has really come alive here in this third period. Little one-handed shot is up and good by McBride. 52-39, 20 seconds left here as the crowd gets into it now. As Lunt up top with 10 seconds left. Over on the far side to Biddle, now up top to Dewing. Over on the far side to Biddle, he's going to shoot a three, and that is up and good by Biddle, his first three of the night. And that attempt at the buzzer is no good, but the Mustangs have broken it up here by 10 with 1 quarter left as they lead at 52-42 on B106 and B106.com. 52-42 as we head into the final quarter here. Brian Nickel and Corey Riddle seeing a good game here.
Kind of a difference between that 36 all,
32 all,
32 all at half.
What did they have for turnovers?
In this that third period, Mustangs with 3 and the Cadets would double that at 6. So that's a difference.
So the Mustangs do inbounds. They got to get it in. They get it into Garver into the back court. So Grayson Garver, Davis Sariana, Isaac Linker, Luis Garcia, and Braden McAllister on the floor. They're going to give Trey a little bit of a break, and now a turnover. And layup is up and no good, I think. And then a foul, and that will be on Bendrick. That will be his third after the missed layup. So that's 2 layups that they have. I think Garver has really affected.
You can hear him going down there. So
right there hearing footsteps.
He's got speed when he
now full court press here by the Cadets. So Garver looks to get the ball into the front court and does. Now is double teamed to Linker, and now he goes down and ends up throwing it out of bounds. So turnover by the Mustangs. So we've got to keep the turnovers down here. 52-42, 7:20 to go here in the game. The winner will play Falcon on Saturday. Bendrick to Lunt on the far side, high left wing. Now up top to Louthan, over to Lunt on the far left wing. And drive it down and kick it back out, and Lunt goes back after down at the center court, brings it back now to Louthan. or to Yoakum. And now a foul is called, and that will be on Braden McAllister. That will be his first. Cadets will inbound right baseline of their basket, down by 10. Ball into Yoakum. Looked like it's going to be tipped away, I guess, by McAllister. So they will inbounds left baseline of their basket. As Dewing gets it in to Louthan. Now back up top to Bendrick. Bendrick's going to drive it down, and a foul is going to be called on the Mustangs, and that will be on Suriana. His second.
Got to watch those fouls too.
Yeah, they're starting to drive it to the bucket more. They're trying to pick up some fouls here on the Mustangs, try to get them in foul trouble.
Yep.
So Bendrick drives it down. Now he's going to kick it back out to Louthan. Dewing now has it over into the corner now to Louthan. He drives it. His shot is up and no good. And off of the Cadets and out of bounds. Luis Garcia and Dewing were fighting for it, but they say it was off of Dewing. So Joshua Biddle into the game, and Luke Louthan takes a seat for Air Academy. As Coach Ty Traherne gets his offense set up here to get the ball in. They do get it into Suriana, gets it up into the front court now to Luis Garcia. McAllister's shot is going to be blocked, going to be taken away by Yoakum. Yoakum's going to drive it all the way down. Now he's going to kick it out to Bendrick for a three, and that is off the rim and no good. Rebounded and taken away McAllister now. McAllister is going to drive it all the way down, and his shot is going to be blocked and taken away by Luntz. Lunt's going to drive it down. He's going to kick it off into the corner, and that shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Garcia, and he's going to be fouled, and that will be on Bendrick, and that will be 4 on Bendrick. So something we avoided both teams actually avoided in that third period with a lot of fouls, and now each team with
3 and 4.
4 now on the Cadets, 3 team fouls on the Mustangs. McAllister comes out. McBride back into the game. Edson back into the game, gets it to Linker. Linker now to Garver up front, back over to Edson. Let's see if they're going to try and run this clock a little bit as they look to get the ball underneath. Now they're going to try and double team McBride. So kind of a 2-3 zone defense by the Cadets. Garcia out front. McBride, we're down to 5:28 left in the game. Cross court to Edson. His shot is up and good from the right baseline by Edson. Now a 3 is up, and that is up and no good. Going to be rebounded and taken away by the Cadets. Shot is going to be up and no good. And now off to the races here is McBride. Let's see if they're going to. The foul is going to be on the shot. McBride was going to try to take it up, but he was fouled. And that's on Bendrick. That's his 5th. And Bendrick will take a seat. But McBride will go to the line to shoot 2. He is sitting right now at 30 points. As the coach from the Air Academy is having a talk with the coach, or with a referee. That head coach is Barry Clark. His assistant coaches are Jenna Tanzel, Doug LaBouffe, and Rory Bent. So Bendrick will take a seat. Bendrick averages 9.8, almost 10 points a game, so his points will be out of the game for the last 5 minutes and 4 seconds. So McBride's shot is off the back iron and no good. Mustangs up 12, 54-42. Only 2 points so far has been by Edson, and that free throw is up and good by McBride. 31 points on the night for McBride. Yoakum now out into the corner to Self. Yoakum with it in the lane. Now that ball is going to be going to be a bad pass, and
Shows
it'll be
the speed right
taken
there.
by Garver. Reverse layup up and good by Garver.
That shows the speed of Garver right there.
Yeah, he is pretty fast. Now the Cadets with position on that left side. Going to kick it out to Yoakum. He's going to drive it all the way down, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Edson. That's only Caden's first foul, and that will send Yoakum to the line to shoot two. He has not been there yet tonight. 57-42. Mustangs, that free throw bounces around and is no good. Into the game now is Peter Lark for Ryan Self. So the Mustangs broke it open mostly in the third. They've outscored the Cadets by 5 as that free throw is up and good. Ball into Luis Garcia. Full court pressure here by the Cadets. Now a timeout is going to be called here. So we'll take one with them here. The Mustangs up 57-43 with 4:22 left here in the game on B106 and B106.com. 57-43 with 4:22 left here in the contest. The winner of this game will play Falcon on Saturday. Time to be determined. And that will be the second round of the 4A state tournament. Luis Garcia to inbounds. They get it in to Linker. He hands it back off to Garcia. Back to Edson in the left corner being double teamed. Now to Garver. Garver's going to drive it. Oh, it's going to be stolen. That was a clean steal. Shot is going to be up. Layup is up and no good, but Garcia will be called for the foul. That will be his third. As Lunt with the steal takes it down for the attempted layup, but he is fouled by Garcia. And that one is in and out. B&J Plumbing and Sterling for your complete plumbing repairs and services, including hot water radiant floor heating. They're local and have been in business since 1961. Next free throw is up and good for Lunt. 12 points on the night for Lunt. Garver gets the ball into the back court. Going to be double teamed, and now to Garcia. Linker's going to drive it down. He's going to pull it back out, give it out to Garver. 57-44 under 4 minutes left here. As Garver has got to get rid of the ball. And now a foul, a push foul from the back, and I believe that will be on Biddle. That will be his second. So the Mustangs to inbounds left baseline of their basket. Garver to trigger it in, and they get it into McBride. He comes up a little short on the putback, though. Taken away by the Cadets as the Mustangs are up 57-44. A three from the corner is up and no good. Draws no iron whatsoever. And taken away by Garver. So he gets the ball up into the front court, being guarded by Biddle. Nice job by Garver. Now he is run over. Let's see if that may be on Biddle also. Well, that's going to be on Lunt, his third. So Shandy with 3, Lunt with 3, Laupin with 2, Biddle with 2. So Garver will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. 17 fouls on the Cadets, 5 on Fort Morgan. Free throw up and no good, but rebounded by McBride. Left hand putback is up and good for Clay McBride. 33 points on the night for McBride. Layup is up and rolls in for Yoakum. As they will continue to press with 3 minutes left here into the hands of Garcia. Garcia with a layup up and good by Luis Garcia. So the Mustangs breaking that press rather easily on that possession. 61-46, under 3 minutes to go here. Into the middle, it's going to be kicked around and finally out of bounds. Yep, they're going to give it. The ref underneath said the Cadets, and the outside referee overruled them, so it will be Fort Morgan basketball. So a 30-second timeout will be taken by Coach Trahern. So 2:45 left here in this game. Looks like the Mustangs, if they hold on, will be going to Falcon on Saturday to take on, I believe it's the Falcons.
Falcons.
Falcons from Falcon. And they are, I believe, we're a number 4 seed.
That'd be a whole lot different matchup there.
Yeah. The farther into the tournament you go, the harder the competition.
Harder the competition gets. So.
But that was a 5A, 4A, Pikes Peak League down there. So they had one team in the 5A, and that was Vista Ridge. They're at number 19 in the 5A tournament. But that league also sent Lewis, Palmer, Falcon, Palmer Ridge, Discovery Canyon, and the Sarah Academy team. So a pretty strong league down there in Colorado Springs. But right now the Mustangs look to take one of them out. They get it into Edson. Edson gets it up to Garcia. Garcia's going to drive it down. Now he's going to pull it back out. Edson's going to chase it down. I believe it was. Then he gets run over, but no foul called. Edson's going to hand it off to Garber down to 2:26, up 61-46. Now back out to Garcia as Biddle puts pressure on him. Now Lunt over to McBride out on the high right wing, back to Linker. Linker out top. Linker to Edson. 2:10. Nice job here by the Mustangs to run some time off the clock here. They're up 15 with 2 minutes left here. Linker is fouled, and that will be on Yoakum, his second. So Linker will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
Going to try to get the ball away, but in the same time, they're giving up points.
Yep.
Possibility of points.
Looks like Jacob Ortega is coming in for Caden Edson. Here with 1:59 left. See if Linker can. Linker is 2 of 7 so far from the free throw line. This free throw is up and nothing but net for Isaac Linker. So he earns another.
That's the biggest lead they had tonight, right? 16 points?
Yeah. Yeah, they just kind of pulled away here. It was 10 points at the end of the third. That free throw up and also good by Isaac Linker. 8 points on the night for Linker. Blunt over on the far side, now back up top to Yoakum as he drives it down. Going to be stolen away, but off of the hip. Oh, they're going to say it was off of the Cadets. I thought maybe it was off the hip of McBride. So now the Mustangs will need to inbounds far side baseline. As they're going to baseball pass to McBride. McBride's going to stop and pull it out. Now he's going to go down and off of McBride, so a turnover by Trey. With 1:41 left, 63-46. Cadets bring the ball up. Lunt's going to drive it down, up and no good. Rebound it to Linker. Now he hands it off to Luis Garcia. That rebound to Linker was a nice job. And now a foul on the far side. And that will be on Dewing. That will be his 4th. Would you say that it was his undoing? Maybe not.
I don't know.
9 team fouls on the Cadets and 5 so far on the Mustangs in the second half. So in comes Gabe Beal and out goes Lunt. So it looks like maybe the Air Academy Cadets are bringing in their reserves here. See the handwriting on the wall. Peter Lark also in. Calvin Yoakum goes out. So the only starter left back out, I believe it wasn't even a starter. Thaddeus Dewing is out there. Now Nick Norris comes in. Nice job tonight by Trey McBride.
I got him on the night for 12 rebounds.
I think he's about 32 or 33 points. So David Sariana, Jacob Ortega, Luis Garcia, Isaac Linker, and Nick Norris on the court for the Mustangs, and Luis Garcia sinks that first free throw, so he will earn another.
I would say that the Mustangs are going to be going to Falcon.
Looks that way. That will be Saturday night. Next shot also up and good by Luis Garcia. It was a struggle tonight for a while, but they
woke up in that third period and got a little bit of ambition and took off from there.
So Adam Cardona into the game for the Mustangs. Caden Edson back in. As we look to close in here on a minute left here in this contest, a minute 9. And the Cadets are put a shot up and no good. Going to be over into the corner. And now underneath, back into the corner now to Graham. And that shot is going to be up and good by Graham. And now it looks like we're down to 36 seconds, so the Mustangs will be going to Falcon on Saturday. The girls will be going to Widefield on Friday. And now into the game for the Mustangs will be Noah Rojo and Devin Mussman. And a timeout. They called a timeout, but they were just doing it to stop the clock to get some kids in on some action here. So the Mustangs get Noah Rojo and Devin Mussman into the game. Down under 30 seconds now, 65-48. Rojo out front, picks up his dribble. He looks to get it underneath to Norris. Norris, one dribble, stops, kicks it back out to Rojo. Cross court to Mussman, down to 10 seconds. And it's going to be tipped out of bounds off of Gabe Beal. So the Mustangs to inbounds with 8.9 seconds with a big win here, 65-48. As they look to get the ball in, they do get it into Sariana. The Mustangs were up 13-11 overall. One time this year they were 3-10. And this game will come to an end here. The Mustangs win it 65-48 over Air Academy. We will be back with the post-game show in 3 minutes on B106 and B106.com. The Morgan Mustangs postgame show is brought to you by Morgan Community College. Find out why Morgan Community College is the best choice for your higher education. Visit MCC online at www.morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. MCC here to help you imagine, believe, and achieve your goals. Well, a big win here tonight for the Fort Morgan Mustangs as this sends them into the second round now of the Class 4A state championships as they will go to Falcon on Saturday. And we did hear that it will be a 7 o'clock tip for that game down at Falcon. Scoring now for the Cadets have Bendrick with 11, and he also fouled out of the game. Lunt with 12, Doing with 8. Yoakum with 5, as well as Biddle. Shandy with 3 and Graham with 2 for their 48. Leading the way for the Mustangs tonight was Trey McBride with 33 points. Next high scorer was Luis Garcia with 12, and then Isaac Linker with 8. Grayson Garver with 6. Caden Edson with 4, and Braden McAllister with 2 for the Fort Morgan Mustang. I think Corey has some other numbers for us.
For rebounds for the Cadets, they had 10. The Fort Morgan Mustangs had 27. For turnovers, the Cadets had 11, and the Mustangs had 17. So that's something the Mustangs are really going to have to watch when they go against Falcon, because having that many turnovers really should cost you the game. But they pulled it off tonight. They got that nice spread in that third period, but we'll see what they can do against Falcon if they can, watch their turnovers. And, with McBride put, 33 points tonight, that's,
Yep.
one heck of it. And, most of those were just right under the basket. He's a big guy, and kind of, shoves his way right in there. So we'll go with player of the game tonight, Brian. What do you think?
Oh, let's see. We'll think on it here for a minute. That player of the game is brought to you by Transwest Chevrolet Buick, serving Northeast Colorado and now located in Fort Morgan and Sterling. They have a great selection of new and used vehicles. Stop by and take a test drive.
I think it's pretty obvious to me.
I think we will probably go with Trey McBride tonight.
I think so.
What about 33 points?
Daffy Duck.
No, yeah. Well, we would, but he didn't play.
Oh, okay.
So 33 points. How many rebounds did you say he had?
He had a total of 12 rebounds for the night.
12 rebounds. So we had a double-double here tonight for the Mustangs, which they needed. This was a 14-15 after one. It was tied at halftime, 32-32. The Mustangs broke it open in that third period as they went up 10, 52-42. And then in this fourth period, they outscored Air Academy 13-6 for the 65-48 win. So one thing that also helped the Mustangs, the Air Academy was not hitting their shots in that second half. I think that probably had a lot to do with the Fort Morgan defense. They had a lot of steals and a lot of turnovers that they created. So Fort Morgan defense also played a big part in this game tonight. 48 total points. The Air Academy, they've averaged 56 points, so they held them well under their average. Fort Morgan averages 54 points a game, ended up with 65, so well over their average, and did a great job. So also doing a great job tonight is our engineer and producer of Fort Morgan Mustang basketball, and that is Emily Hernandez. She always does a fine job for us. So the Mustangs will be at Falcon on Saturday for the boys. They
7
will be.
o'clock tip.
Fort Morgan girls will be at Whitefield, 7 o'clock tip on Friday. So both teams making it through to the second round. So we'll see what happens on Saturday night. So like I said, nice job by Emily Hernandez, our sound engineer and producer of Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball. Once again, the final score tonight, the Fort Morgan Mustangs 65, the Cadets from Air Academy 48. For Corey Riddle, this is Brian Nickel. You've been listening to Fort Morgan Mustangs basketball on B106 and B106.com. Good night, everybody.
Good night.